Hello and welcome to She Boss Talk. I am Shantae Roddy. Today is Monday. Happy Monday to everyone. This is February 22nd. I am coming on with an important, very important stimulus update and news report for entrepreneurs and small business owners who are out there. So as you all are coming in, again, this is a very important update. I'm sure you'll please do stay to the end. Do come in. Let me know who you are. Say hello. Make sure that you can hear what I'm saying. Let me know if you're tuning in that you can hear me. I love to see those comments that are so that I make sure that you get all of the information that is important for today's discussion. Okay. If you have not already, do hit the subscribe button. We are almost at 20,000 subscribers. Shout out to all of our subscribers and fans who are out there that support us every single day. We definitely appreciate you. Give this video a thumbs up. And as always, do share out this broadcast and share out this channel because, again, sharing is caring. There are so many entrepreneurs and small business owners who need this information, who are seeking out this information. Still millions of businesses that are really struggling during the COVID-19 pandemic. So right before I came on live, actually, President Biden had just finished a live announcement regarding the Biden and Harris official White House announcement regarding new updates to really help target smaller businesses that have been far too long left out of a lot of the federal funding that has been made available. Okay, so they have really been, like I always tell you, there are advocates that have been pushing, me included, right? Pushing. He met with small business owners. He met with the bipartisan congressional team who actually helped put together the CARES Act program and to launch the Paycheck Protection Program and other programs for small businesses. But along the way, we know that things fell through the crack. There were many challenges and businesses that were left out of some of the funding. So they want to correct all that. They want to improve the programs that are out there. The Paycheck Protection Program is one of the main ones that they're getting ready to change. They made a major announcement. So I'm going to review all of those changes that are going to impact many small business owners. So again, if you're someone that has plan to apply for PPP or know someone that is, please tag them here in this video. I get so many messages and emails from people that want help with the Paycheck Protection Program and other programs that are out here available. So these important changes, they definitely want to know about. But before I start talking about the Paycheck Protection Program, just want to give you an update regarding stimulus checks, okay? Stimulus checks are what they call as economic impact payments. So the IRS announced that it has sent out all checks, all payments, okay? Whether you got a direct deposit, a check in the mail, or a debit card in the mail, the IRS is saying they sent it out. So let me tell you about the first round. So we know in 2020, they sent out first rounds of $1,200 per adult plus $500 per child. So they have sent out over, that's under the CARES Act, over 160 million stimulus checks under that first round. Under the second round, again, that came later in 2020, where the $600 per adult and $600 per child, they have issued 147 million payments. They have dispersed over $410 billion in stimulus checks. Okay. Now, with that said, we know that there are still some of you are out there that have not received your stimulus check. The IRS has struggled to get money to some of you all. Especially those that are the most vulnerable. Reasons why those that, your income is not enough where you file taxes. So it has been hard to get you that money, although they provided a online platform, right? Simple process for you all to be able to input your information for you all to get those checks. But sometimes, people are not in the know, and then they don't have access to the information. Also, those that don't have bank accounts. Okay, so we talk about this all the time, how it is going to be very challenging for you as an individual or as a business owner if you don't have bank accounts to be able to get access to funds. And then also they sent out checks and debit cards, and many were throwing them away, right? So if you're not looking at your mail and you just assume all this junk mail, then you're throwing it in the mail or in the trash, although they said to please look out for these envelopes that will be coming to you in the mail. Okay. So although they said that they sent out all the stimulus checks, okay, they said that they are still in some may still be en route. So again, monitor your mailboxes. Don't throw away mail. Go through them. Make sure that you do get access to your stimulus check if you need it. Also, if for some reason you still don't get your stimulus check, you can also get it getting a credit on your tax return. So do check with those if you hire a tax preparer that they are including that on your taxes, that they're aware if you received a stimulus check or not, and if you didn't, that you can then claim the credit on your tax returns. So if you have any questions about stimulus checks, please, again, let me know in the comments. I'll try to answer those questions later on in the broadcast. You can still go to the IRS website, irs.gov, and click on the status tool to see where your check is. So I know they have updated it. I know people personally where it may have said one thing and then they updated the records and now it says something else. So you definitely want to track that. Now, the most important news I want to talk about, again, if you're just coming in, hello, welcome. Again, tag anyone you know that is an entrepreneur or small business owner. The information I'm going to give regarding PPP, it affects all business owners, but especially those of us who are either independent contractors, gig workers, self-employed, or small business owners that don't have employees. Like I said, there is a big push by the Biden administration to correct all the wrongs, to make these funds available for all the smaller businesses. And when I say smaller businesses, I'm talking about the businesses that make up 90% of all small businesses. These are businesses with 20 employees or less. Okay. So one of the major issues that we found with the Paycheck Protection Program that either locked you out of of being able to apply or to qualify, or you qualify and some people were being qualified for $1, right? Or $100. That is so low. Okay. So that was because of the calculation, how they set up the calculations for solopreneurs, those that do not have employees. Remember, or if you've applied and you're a solopreneur, you're going to your Schedule C on your tax form, right? On your personal taxes, line 31, and you're dividing that by 12, right? And then you're timesing that by 2.5 months to determine how much you would qualify for and the amount that you would submit to get approval for. Well, for a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners, that number is often negative, right? Because even though you're making money in your business, because you have expenses, once you claim your expenses, then you're either zero, right? You netted zero, or you have a negative number. So they realize that is a problem. So they're doing something to correct it. So let me just go through these things really quickly, just to let you know some of the improvements that have been made now over last year that has really been able to help the smallest of small businesses and those that are really impacted the most. So the share of the funding going to small businesses with fewer than 10 employees is up nearly 60%. So that's good news. The share of the funding going to small businesses in rural communities, right? Rural areas is up nearly 30%. So a lot of these rural areas, again, they've been left out or, again, find it hard to get access to funding or even learn about funding opportunities that are available. The share of the funding distributed through community development financial institutions, which are the CDFIs and the minority deposit institutions, is up 40%. So when they relaunched this program and expanded the Paycheck Protection Program, giving it $284 billion, it set aside the first the first days, few days to the CDFI, the smaller community development organizations, to really give money to the smaller businesses and minority businesses that, again, were oftentimes left out. So let me tell you what the changes are that you can expect in the upcoming days. So the Biden administration is instituting a 14-day period starting this Wednesday. Okay, so this is Monday. During this period, businesses with fewer than 20 employees will be the only ones who can apply or be processed for the Paycheck Protection Program. So 98% of small businesses have fewer than 20 employees. Okay, so that's good news. So even with the improvements, they are still noticing that not enough of the money is getting to the smallest of smallest businesses. So again, they will lock out, that when I say they, the SBA will lock out all the larger, because again, these programs are, you're eligible if you have 500 employees or less for first round PPP, and you're eligible for second round if you have 300 employees or less, right? So you're as a smaller business, they're trying to compete, right? And with all these larger businesses, even though they're small businesses. So they want to lock all those larger small businesses out and give you all ample opportunity to apply and get funded through the program. So if you have not already applied, this is your time to apply. It will be, again, a 14-day or 2-week window for you all to take advantage of it. Now, how they're going to help solopreneurs, independent contractors, self-employed individuals, and those that have no employees. Like if you have a barbershop, if you have a salon, those with 1099 workers, this is for you. Okay, this is for me. Okay, so I have 5 team members, but they are not W-2 employees. They are 1099 workers. I'm included in this. Okay, so if you did not qualify before, chances are you will be able to qualify. If you did qualify before, you will be able to qualify for more money as a solopreneur. Okay, so they say that, again, these types of businesses usually include like home repair contractors, beauticians, small independent retailers. It runs the gamut. Okay, and of these businesses, those without employees make up 70% of businesses owned by women and people of color. These are the underrepresented, the disadvantaged businesses. So they're paying attention to that. So I'm thankful for that. So what they're going to do is that they're going to change how our loan amount is calculated. So we can expect, they have not said how it's going to be calculated. We can expect the announcement of the new calculation over the next 2 weeks. So I'm going to do a special video. Once that information comes out, I'll do a special video specifically on the calculation, the new calculation for all of us who are sole proprietors, right? Or do not have employees, or you have 1099 employees. This is good for you as well if you have 1099 1099 contractors, okay? They are their own business owner. Please let them know about this. Tag them in this video, because they apply on their own behalf for these programs that are available. And it's just too many that are not applying. This is going to open up so many doors of opportunities for you all to get part of this $284 billion, for which $100 billion has already been approved for. So with that said, not only are they going to change the calculation to be able to increase the amount that you can get as a solopreneur, but they're going to establish or set aside $1 billion for businesses that fit into this category, okay? That are located in low to moderate income areas. So this is exciting. Again, this is exciting news. I'm looking forward to seeing what the new calculation is, because with that, although I help people with the Paycheck Protection Program, I said long time ago that I knew a long time ago that I didn't qualify for the Paycheck Protection Program. And you know that the Paycheck Protection Program is really to help keep people employed, right? So there were a number of different things that they didn't factor in with the smallest of businesses when they roll out this program. They were really targeting employers to keep their people employed on payroll, right? And so we knew that there was a lot of problems with how they were calculating the loan amount. So that is all about the change. And I know so many of you all that are doing a happy dance right now, because if you were getting zero, you didn't qualify. Now you can potentially qualify, and you can get extra money. If you got something as small as $100, which makes absolutely no sense, then you would qualify for more. I actually know there's certain PPP lenders, approved lenders, because you go through an approved SBA lender for these programs. I know Cabbage is one of them, and I use them as an example when I hosted a free PPP help workshop. They actually have on their website, and you want to look at the terms and conditions and qualifying for each application. On theirs, they even said if what you would qualify is equal to or less than $1,000, you were going to be disqualified, right? So some of you were being disqualified again, and it was no fault of your own. It's not because you didn't submit the right paperwork. It's because it's so low. The amount is so low that what they spend in processing your application is more than you would get in a loan. So it really doesn't make sense. So again, this is really going to open up a lot of opportunity for all of you all that are out there. Okay. So some more changes that I wanted to talk about is that consistent with the bipartisan bill, they're going to eliminate the exclusionary restriction that prevents small business owners with prior non-fraud felony convictions from obtaining relief through this program. So if you have peers, you know that you do, that have felony convictions that are non-fraud related, they will be able to, once they make these adjustments, okay, over the next 2 weeks, they're implementing these changes, they will be able to apply for the Paycheck Protection Program, okay? So currently, a business is ineligible for PPP if it is at least 20% owned by an individual who either has an arrest or a conviction or for a felony related to a financial assistance fraud within previous 5 years, or any other felony within the previous year. And to expand access to PPP, the Biden-Harris administration will adopt reforms included in the PPP Second Chance Act, which is co-sponsored by a number of congressional members. They're also eliminating an exclusionary restriction that prevents small business owners who have delinquencies on their federal student loans from obtaining the Paycheck Protection Program funds. So those of you, again, if you are in default, delinquent on your student loan funds, and you are being locked out of the Paycheck Protection Program, that has been lifted or will be lifted. Okay, so give it time for the lenders to update as they roll these things out. Then what happens is the lenders have to then evaluate the new regs that are released. Then they have to update their systems to allow this to be applicable in their application process. Okay, so if you have any questions regarding these things, please direct them to your lenders. Okay, because this has just been announced, so I probably know about it before they do. Okay, so again, if you have a student loan that is delinquent, that is no longer a disqualifier for you for the Paycheck Protection Program. To ensure access to non-citizen small business owners who are lawful U.S. residents by clarifying that they may use individual tax identification numbers. These are called I-10s. You can use that to apply for relief. So the PPP statute is clear that all lawful U.S. residents may access the program, but lack of guidance from the SBA has created inconsistency and access for I-10 holders, like green card holders and those here with visas. So if that is you, you qualify as well. So someone is asking me about bankruptcy. This is not one of the new changes, but it is addressed. You do not qualify if you are in current bankruptcy. Okay, this applies as if your bankruptcy has not been discharged. If it's been discharged, it doesn't even matter. The Paycheck Protection Program is not credit-based, so they do not even, it has nothing to do with your credit. Now, the EIDL program, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program, which is another one administered by the SBA, That one is based on your credit, but it's not solely based on your credit. The SBA can use a number of different things, including your tax returns and other records, to determine if you qualify for that loan. Okay. So I hope that answers your question, Jeff. Okay. So they're also going to be addressing waste, fraud, and abuse. We know with these programs that has been huge. So that's one of the major things that they're going to be working on as well, working with the Treasury, the IG, the SBA, making sure that approvals of your PPP loans are also passing SBA fraud checks. Treasuries do not pay database and public records. The SBA now also conducts manual loan reviews for the largest loans in the PPP portfolio, and random sampling of other loans. So I told you before, whether your loan qualifies for audit, your applications, regardless if it's PPP or EIDL, can be randomly selected for review, and at which time you need to be able to provide records. You need to be able to show how much money you received. You need to be able to show what you spent it on, because these programs, you're only supposed to spend the money on what they tell you that you have approval to spend it on. None of these funds are for personal use. Okay. Okay, with the exception of your owner's compensation, which you distinguish as your owner's compensation, right? Which you're paying yourself, at which time you pay yourself, then any money you pay yourself, then you're free to spend it on whatever. But any other monies that are designated for your payroll, to pay your employees, or to pay for business operational expenses, is not for personal use. And I've already said many times that the arrests are happening, many prosecutions are already underway, and many convictions have already happened as well. So use the money for what it's for. If you have any questions on what to use these monies for, I have step-by-step videos, clarification videos on our YouTube channel on designated playlists for PPP and EIDL programs. Okay. One other thing to note regarding PPP, and this will probably apply to all the SBA programs, is because the smallest of businesses, it's been really hard to get the information out there. It's not enough to say, okay, here we're giving this opportunity to these small businesses without making sure they have access to get it, right? So they are actually dedicating billions of dollars towards outreach to underrepresented communities, minorities, women, where a lot of times you all don't even know about what the programs are or what to do. They're going to be giving webinars and other help videos. So a lot of you will ask me about that. Like, I did one workshop, but you can reach out to SCORE. I'm a SCORE mentor. They host free webinars, women's business centers, minority business centers, but they're going to be putting out more outreach, including a designated number, so you all can get your questions answered and get access to the funding, the federal funding that you need. So I think that this is a great step forward in helping us really be able to get a financial lifeline for ourselves. So those are the major updates regarding the Paycheck Protection Program. Now, remember, to be eligible for this program, you must have been in business as of February 15th of 2020. Okay, so eligibility and how to complete an application, both first round or first draw. That's if you were not approved and funded at all, then you will be applying for first draw. Okay. If you've already been funded through the PPP program, then you can now apply for second round or second draw funding, okay, through the Paycheck Protection Program. You may have time, but time is ticking because this program actually ends on March 31st of 2021, unless it is extended by the next stimulus package that is currently being negotiated. Okay, so you don't want to wait for that. So you can possibly have, it's a tight window at this point, but you may be able to get apply for PPP, get funded, then turn around and apply for a second draw of PPP money. Okay, So believe me, I will be looking out for when they release this new calculation. And if I qualify, I will be trying to do that. Okay. And I will keep you all updated on that process as well. Likewise, again, this is one of the programs that has been extended. As we know, the targeted EIDLs have been rolling out. That program is in full effect. It is only for those who had already applied for the EIDL program on or before December 27th of 2020. So many of you all have already been contacted by the SBA. If you've been contacted by the SBA, let me know. If you've been contacted regarding the targeted EIDL grants of up to $10,000 to get your full $10,000 or the balance thereof. If you've received the approval email from the SBA, let me know. And if you have received your deposit, right? Let me know. Because again, the SBA, from the time that you actually submit your request, they have 21 days to review and then approve you, provide your deposit, or submit to you in writing via an email that you are ineligible for whatever reason. So it's important to note, for the grants, you do not have an opportunity to appeal. For the EIDL loan, you do. The EIDL loan has been expanded to December 31st of 2021. So you will not be applying for the targeted EIDL grant through any open portals. It's only for those who had already applied, and you will receive an email from the SBA. And the SBA is sba.gov. It's not .net, .org, or .com. So know who you're getting correspondence to. Monitor your emails and follow up very quickly, and make sure you have your documentation. Now, there have been people that have asked questions about what documents to submit. Okay. So yes, you have to submit documents, because you have to be in a low income community. You have to have less than 300 employees, and you have to be able to show a 30% reduced gross receipts or gross income in 8-week comparable months. So you take your 8 weeks from a 8-week period in 2019, 8-week period in 2020, and you must show at least a 30% decrease or more in order to qualify for the targeted grant. So the first ones that are getting the email sent out to them, it started February the 1st, are those that received a partial grant. So you can expect that you will get the balance. So if you receive 1,000, you can expect 9,000. Okay. If you didn't get any money because they ran out of funding, that would be me, right? I'm an example of that. Then I would get the full 10,000. You cannot get over $10,000. That is the max. So if you got your $10,000, congratulations to you. Okay. If you are applying for, so if you were approved for PPP, you were funded, you should be applying for forgiveness of your loans. It's a simplified application for anyone that has a loan of $150,000 or less. If you apply for forgiveness and were not fully forgiven because you had an EIDL grant, and they offset your forgiveness by the grant amount, the SBA is going to reimburse you that amount. I don't know when they will. They might be doing it already. So if you're one of those businesses that happened to, and they have already reimbursed you, please let me know. Or if that applies to you and you have not, the SBA has not contacted you about your offset, let me know as well. Okay, that was repealed in the latest Consolidated Appropriations Act of 2021. Okay. The Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program is still in full effect. Again, these are set under the $900 billion stimulus that was passed December 27th of 2020. The expiration date is fast approaching. That's why President Biden really wants to pass and sign into law the new American Rescue Plan stimulus bill by mid-March. So, I mean, we're almost in March now. Okay. So it doesn't look like they're going to have bipartisan support to pass it. But we think that they're going to be able to pass it anyway, because the majority of American people are calling for this $1.9 trillion a stimulus package. What the final version will look like, we still don't know, but we can expect that there will be the $1,400 stimulus checks. There will be an expansion or extension of the pandemic unemployment assistance, including a $400 the add-on for additional payments, which are right now $300. They're right now negotiating a $15 per hour minimum wage increase, which they think may be removed from the package. We're not clear on if it will or not. So those are things that are upcoming. But right now, we're still working under the $900 billion stimulus. So programs are still being rolled out. The SBA is expected to roll out soon the shuttered operators venue grants of $10 million. That is a new grant program under the latest stimulus bill. Applications have not opened, but the SBA has put out a lot of information, all the requirements, all of the FAQs they have put out. I've done 2 or 3 videos on that particular grant. So right now you should getting prepared, reviewing the requirements. If you are eligible, get everything ready for when the applications open. They will roll it out in phases, similar to what they did for PPP. But they will be rolling it out the first 14 days with those that had losses of 90% or more. The next 14 days will be those that had experienced a loss of 75% or more in 2020, and then those with 25% or more in 2020. And the grant, I believe, will be based on 40% of your revenues. Okay, up to $10 million, with the ability to get a supplemental grant. Okay, and again, that is the first. Most of the SBA programs are they're first come, first serve, and it's open until the expiration date or until funding runs out. So you don't want to wait till the expiration date, and you definitely don't want to wait till the funding runs out. But that's what I said. There is so much money being flooded into small businesses. These are just a few of the programs that are out there. Someone asked me the other day, let me know if you have W-2 employees. Please let me know in the comments. Please, if while you're doing your taxes, we're already in tax season. Under the current bill, they are allowing you not only to get PPP, but you can also get the employee retention tax credit. And I believe that's up to $14,000 per employee. So this is for if you have W-2 employees, including yourself, if you pay yourself on payroll, okay, you can qualify for that employee retention tax credit and get PPP. Okay, if you are self-employed, while you're filing your taxes, please make sure you have accountants and tax professionals that are well-versed in small business. But there is a self-employment tax credit. You can find the videos on these programs on our playlist on our YouTube channel. But again, these are so many programs that are available right now to provide you with funding in your business. Still CARES Act money that the states receive from the federal government, where they're having multiple rounds of grants at your state levels, county levels, and city levels. Even outside of that, they're passing their own legislations, the states, adding millions, if not billions more dollars to help support small businesses. So, have your radar, be aware, now you've tuned into this channel, make sure you stay connected, because again, these programs are out here. Know that there's many other business owners vying for these, so they're competitive and they're time sensitive. So there's no time for you to hesitate, procrastinate, and delay on getting funding. The money is out here. If I've been able to get grants, which I have, and many of my peers that I've helped to be able to get millions of dollars in free funding for their business, it is out here and you can get it. We've updated our grant tracker, plenty of new grants available. I'm still applying. There's so many that I'm actually still applying. I'm applying for the Citizens Bank one today. This one is for all businesses. They have, these are $10,000 grants, right? They have a certain amount for women business. They have a certain amount for Black-owned business, and they have a certain amount for other types of small businesses. So I encourage you all to apply for that. So again, that's our free grant tracker. That's an online tool that lists all the stimulus programs, And it also lists grants in your states and also grants at the national levels that are being rolled out. So NAACP just launched one. I think they just launched one with a football team, actually, and another partner. So a lot of these companies and organizations are partnering up. I think U.S. Bank just announced multi-million-dollar program for Black women entrepreneurs, for which a portion of that will be dedicated to grants. So I'm monitoring, because they said more information will be coming up in the next week or two. So I monitor for these types of things. So I'm doing basically the work for you. Okay. All you have to do is bookmark the tracker. We also have the winning grants grants with ease Masterclass bundle. If you were not in attendance for the live, you definitely want the Masterclass bundle. It's going to set you up to get more money for your business. There's no reason why every business on here should not be getting at minimum $100,000 in free money for your business. You can get that with one program. Okay. Get the win grants with these Masterclass bundle, interactive class. We talk about all types of grants, scenarios, overcoming challenges with applying for grants. Get the winning grant application cheat sheet also. So just having the cheat sheet has helped so many get, whether it's 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 or more. So there's a cost for both of those, but it's a nominal cost for an investment compared to the amount of grants that you can potentially get for your business. Also, more money. We just hosted, congratulations to everyone who attended our MBE, our Minority Business Certification Masterclass, where we taught strategies on leveraging certifications, getting your certifications for for-profit businesses, leveraging those to get access to billions of dollars in government contracts and government grant opportunities. I'm talking about grant opportunities that's not COVID related at all. I mean, before COVID, the government has had grants. I mean, that they have multiple agencies, departments and sub-departments that offer grant opportunities for small businesses. And so your businesses, why shouldn't your business get one of those grants? You can. Okay. So if you're interested in certification, this is all ways to help you get money to scale your business in 2021. Okay. So there's no reason why you can't scale your business, why you can't be making 6 and 7 figures. So I already know people that's already making 6 figures, and they came to the class and said, okay, we're already making 6 figures. We're ready to be making multiple 7 figures in our business. No matter what your goal is, the certification masterclass bundle, I made it available over the weekend. I worked hard after the class to make sure that it was available to all of those that could not make the class but wanted to get access to it, so you can take action in your business and start working on your goals. So if you're ready to work, we have provided the tools for you to make your dreams a reality. Okay. So the links to everything that I discuss here are in our show notes. It's in the description of the video. Also, I will be putting in the comments the link to the White House announcement on the actions of the Biden-Harris administration regarding these new initiatives for small business and the changes that are forthcoming. So really quickly before I exit, that's a lot, right? So I'm very excited for what's happening for small business. Just want to see if there's any questions on here. Let me see if there are any questions. Just want to give a shout out to Sold by Maria on YouTube. I did announce before that we have a new feature that is the super chat, super stickers. So we love giving shout outs. Thank you for your support. When you do a super chat and you pay for a super chat, all those monies go to our She Boss Up Fund to help us provide more grants for women in business. We've already given out 12 grants in 2020, and we're looking forward to giving out more grants in 2021. And we really want to build up our funds. So thank you so much, Sold by Maria, for your super chat. Yes. She says, please reach out to me. I would like to learn more about the mentorship and government contracts. We definitely will. And Maria, if you're still on, can you shoot me an email at hello at She Boss Talk. Hello at She Boss Talk. And I will put that in the comments as well. I just want to make sure we don't miss you. Okay, I have put the email in the comments. Okay. All right. And so I just wanted to leave with this. Continue to be an advocate for yourself. You are your best advocate. A lot of these changes that you're seeing are because small business owners like myself have stayed on the front lines of advocacy. When you see if there's something with a program that is you feel is not fair or you're being left out, it is upon you to speak up. It is upon you to contact your local representatives. Is upon you to contact, meaning call and email, and be persistent in calling decision makers and leaders that can actually do something, right? They can make the changes. They can nudge on Congress and the president to take action like what we have been doing. So even with grants that I received, I've been able to overcome denials because I advocated for myself. I didn't just throw up the white flag and say, oh, well, they didn't choose me. No, don't do that. No, you have power as a small business owner. Show up as the CEO as you are. Know that you have power when you get on the phone, when you're sending emails. Right? Use your voting power. If your representatives aren't acting in a way that is benefiting you and your small business, then you can affect change at the voting booth. Okay, so it's possible, and we've seen a lot of these changes happen. I'm so glad about it because for a year now we've been asking for our full $10,000 grants. I always knew I would get it. I never gave up on that. Right? I tweeted, I did a Twitter campaign. I called the regional director of the SBA. I got my Congress involved, right? And now it's happening. So things take time, but you have to be resilient and you have to persevere, okay? So it can happen. If it's happened for me, it's happened for my peers. It can definitely happen for you. So thank you so much. This is a great start to the week. Have a wonderful and productive week ahead, and I will be back on with more updates once we learn more. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful day.